Yo, what's up guys, Anthony here. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I would go about picking a proven, profitable, pre-validated winning product if I was a complete beginner and I wanted to maximize my chances of success in dropshipping. I don't think I've seen anyone make any videos on this particular strategy when it's actually really, really obvious when you think about it. But for some reason, not a lot of people are making content like this. So I'm just going to give away this strategy for completely free. So that way you can use it and you can generate results like the one you see on screen right now. So for those of you that are new here, my name's Anthony. I scaled my first dropshipping business to $1.2 million per year in its first year and turned it into a legitimate brand with inventory. And I've helped several students scale to $5,000 a day, some to even $100,000 a month, some to $1,800 a day as complete beginners, and the list goes on. And so in today's video, I'm going to walk through the exact strategy that allows people to get results like these and how I would go about choosing a product in 2025. So make sure you stick around until the end, follow along, open up some tabs, and let's find some products. So to start with ecom, right? Or with dropshipping and picking a product, when you're a beginner, you are usually doing a lot of things that you don't know how to do. You're making ads, you're building stores, and the quality of the stuff that you're putting out obviously is not the best, to be honest, like just to not sugarcoat it. And there's tons of ways to help bring your store, your creative up to a certain level of quality. I try to do that inside of my program, God Tier Ecom, by giving you guys like free themes, free product research tools, and things like that. But the sad reality is that product selection is still the key determinant of your success with dropshipping and really e-commerce in general, is having a product that people actually want to buy. So if I was a complete beginner and I wanted to give myself the best possible chance of success, what I would do is identify what time of the year it is, just starting looking at, okay, what's the time of the year? And then I'm going to inform my product research based on the time of the year, plus any key dates during that time of the year or impending during that time of the year within the next 3 months. Because as you guys know, across an entire calendar year, there are natural peaks and valleys to buying behavior that cause certain products to go up and certain products to go down. The best example of this that I can find is sweaters. So in the US, for those of you guys that live in the US, you know that winter typically happens in anywhere from December to February, but realistically, like it can get colder like in October, November, etc. So you'll see here that sweaters have a natural interest peak over time, like across the calendar year, right? We start in January and there's a little bit of demand, right? And then as we progress throughout the calendar year towards the spring and summer months, so from about like March to, we'll call it August, demand is basically at its all-time low. And then when we get into October, we see this massive peak in natural interest over time. And it follows suit that the demand for sweaters goes up based on the seasonality. So as it gets colder, people want more sweaters. As it gets warmer, people don't want sweaters. And so as a beginner, because you are just starting out, the easiest way to get your first successes in dropshipping is to find and follow these natural trends in buying behavior for certain products. So if I was a beginner and I wanted to basically have my first success in dropshipping and give myself the best chance of success, I want to look for niches, categories, times of the year where I know I can pair my store with a proven and like historically evidenced natural peak in buying behavior. I know that if everyone's buying sweaters, then I want to set up shop and sell a sweater. Now, not using sweaters as like, I'm not saying you should go sell sweaters right now because I don't think you should, but hopefully you get that example. As a beginner, you don't want to try and sell evergreen products because it is more difficult to get those to work. Instead, you basically just want to find things that are basically trending up and where the demand is naturally peaking, where it's like everyone wants a sweater. Like you've probably been out in the cold, or maybe it's been like raining or something, and you have no umbrella and you just walk into the first store that you can and you're like, the umbrella's $30, but what am I going to do? Be soaking wet? That's how most people are thinking about like sweaters and stuff. It's like during this time of the year, they just want, something to help with the cold weather. And so the natural buying behavior increases. So I'm recording this currently in January. So it's the very beginning of 2025. But depending on whenever you are watching this, I went to this website where it basically just has all of these e-commerce holidays up at the top. So it's called Printful Blog, and it basically just gives you a list of all of the key e-commerce holidays that occur throughout the entire calendar year. And when I'm doing annual planning for brands and actually plotting out their different promotions, we are looking to the natural peaks caused by certain events throughout the year to plan promotions, right? To capitalize on that natural buying behavior. So one that I want to give away some totally free sauce is actually looking ahead to Valentine's Day. So it's currently January, first week of January, which means you definitely have enough time to set up a store that sells Valentine's Day products and get those shipped out in time, especially if you're working with an actual verified supplier, which if you want to get access to my supplier, first link in the description to join God's Here Ecom. But Valentine's Day is a time of the year where everyone always needs a gift. And Valentine's has probably the most visually appalling graph curve, or most visually obvious demand curve, where there's no demand for Valentine's Day gifts literally any other time of the year except for right now. So as you can see, we are right, the sort of like smallest or second peak here is right around January 10th, but the demand, I'm filming this on January 8th, is like about to start peaking, right? And then when you get to like February 7th, that's when all the guys are in Walgreens in line for flowers. Not speaking from personal experience, obviously, but that's a little bit too late. But right now is literally the perfect time to get into a Valentine's Day product. And Valentine's, again, it has that natural peak. Everyone is wanting Valentine's Day gifts. And so it'll be a lot easier for you to set up a dropshipping store and actually make consistent sales if you set up a store that is capitalizing on this peak. Now, I do want to say, because you're probably thinking, okay, well, what happens outside of this time of the year, right? Like, what if I set up a Valentine's Day store and after that, I don't get sales? Well, that's the thing. With this strategy, outside of the time of the year where things are peaking, your sales volume is going to be down. And in the case of Valentine's Day, something that's so extreme, it's probably going to be zero. And while this video is going to be about finding some products that are perfect for Valentine's, that doesn't mean there are other categories and niches that still have a natural ebb and flow in terms of demand, right? So something like weight loss, you'll see in the growth curve here, it naturally peaks in January because everyone makes those resolutions. So now would be a great time to sell waist trainers, leggings, things like that are helpful for people's fitness journeys. But as you can see, it slowly tapers off over the calendar year when we get into like October and people have just completely given up. They're going to Thanksgiving and they're totally stuffing their faces, and they get to Christmas, all the cookies and desserts come out. But every January, you'll see relative to where it is in December, there's this huge uptick in weight loss. So it's a perfect time of the year to sell those products. And you won't see as drastic of a drop in demand selling weight loss products after January, as you will trying to sell Valentine's Day products after February. So a quick recap of everything that we talked about. The main strategy here is finding out what the natural demand and interest looks like for certain things across the calendar year based on key specific dates. And we've narrowed in on Valentine's Day because this is obviously a very peak calendar moment for Q1, or a very high peak calendar moment for Q1. And if we can pair a product selection with this natural increase in demand, then that's going to make our chances of success with dropshipping a lot higher. Now, understanding that after Valentine's Day, we're not going to see much success in sales volume, that's okay, because if you're a beginner, what you need is, like, what you want to see first is sales. So you can worry about building that next dropshipping business after you start your first successful and you get the reps in, you know what good creative looks like, and you're able to build a store. And so if you're looking to just make some pretty good quick sales volume and really get your first reps in with dropshipping, this is, in my opinion, the best way to do it. And you don't have to just use Valentine's. There's so many e-commerce holidays, so many different natural peaks and valleys throughout the year, but Valentine's is obviously the most kind of obvious one, which is why we're doing a video on it. All right, so now we get into the product research. So if you want access to the pro account on PP Ads, then check out the first link in the description to join God's Here. But we're going to look for some products as like easily as possible, because once you the hard part is understanding the trends. From there on, it just becomes a matter of, let me find a proven winning product that sells at this time of the year that someone else has pre-validated for me, that I can easily set up shop, make some creatives, and just hit the ground running, right? So easiest way to do that within PP Ads is you can either use the ads feature or the products feature. I like to just go for the ads, and then I'll just type in whatever holiday I'm going after. So I'll type in Valentine's Day in this case. Okay. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to sort this by impressions, because we just want to see, okay, what's blowing up right now. And as you can see, there's been one product that's been on for almost like 2 freaking years, which is obviously a little bit too long. So we're going to filter this down by TikTok. We're going to throw on the drop shipping. Okay. Then we are going to do our first seen date, and we're actually going to bring this back. You can look at products right now if you wanted to, because some people are getting their first starts. And why don't we do that really quick? Okay, let's take a quick look. So all we did as a recap, we just typed in Valentine's Day, set the filter to TikTok, and then set this to dropshipping, and boom. Already seeing some products here. Okay, the rose case, not a huge fan of, low AOV. Love letter necklace. I mean, these guys had 15,000 impressions in the last 6 days. They're getting a huge jump on the on the trend. So let's go ahead and do sort by impressions. And that's going to show us what has the maximum visibility for Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh. That looks like an actual brand though. Okay. Let's keep scrolling down until we find a dropshipper. All right. You guys have seen this product. The frickin' Eternal Rose. First of all, look at the visibility on that. 9.4 million frickin' views in 20 days. All right. The only way you get that on a paid ad is by spending a crap ton of money. Let's check them out. Let's see what this is. And looks like, okay. So, so they are a victim of this right here because they definitely probably sold a bunch and then dropped off, which again is natural. You know that going into this strategy, it's going to be very highly dependent on seasonality. But this is a product I would go ahead and sell for Valentine's Day. And I would start selling it like right now. Like if you're watching this video, you're one of the first people to see it, like start building a store like right now. So that's one, right? It's tough to be able to pre-validate because a lot of the stores are just down. Let's see another one here. So we've got that one. We've got the Rose, the Eternal Rose in multiple languages. Okay, the Love Sentiment box. I mean, I bet you this guy, this little guy right here who's in the video is probably the dude drop shipping it to all these unsuspecting people. Okay. Pictures of the dog that passed away. Okay. Oh my God. It's so cute. Cry, whatever. And then let's go to the website. Boom. Okay. These guys have turned this into a legitimate brand, it looks like. And let's see. Okay. So they scaled up. Okay. Decent website sessions, but you have to remember this is a Valentine's Day product. So I guarantee you this similar web sessions is going to start to look like that growth curve that we saw in Google Trends pretty soon, right? But as you can see, this is basically a necklace, a gift box with different photos. And I guarantee you we can find this on AliExpress like in 10 minutes. Let's go in here. Let's do Valentine's gift box. Let's see. Photos. I'm trying to do this organically. Okay, boom. So in a matter of, what was that, 30 seconds with PP ads? Boom. 2 million impressions in 4 days. 2 million impressions in 4 days. So these guys are definitely pumping ad spend behind this, and they're probably about to start up again with pumping some serious ad spend into this, and we literally found the product. Boom. I mean, this is a great product too because it's customizable. So you're going to get a lot of people who are a little bit more attracted to this than maybe like, you know, a more generic Valentine's gift. But this one's awesome. This one's awesome. I would definitely sell this one. So we got 2 there. Let's do a couple more. Most ideal gift for February 14th. Decent. This one's pretty funny. This is probably going to get me demonetized, but fuck it. Let's click on it. Okay. All right, cool. So special someone underwear for women. Easy. 1.5 million in 4 days, guys. I mean, these guys are, I mean, that's 3 products that you could set up a store and probably sell all 3 of them if you wanted to on the same store and people wouldn't bat an eye. Let's check this out. And they are running. Okay, that is great. All right, I don't know if anyone saw that, but my computer completely froze because that sent me to a virus. So we've got 3 but the product itself is awesome. So we've got 3 products here, and let's keep going on with this. Let's do one more. Let's keep going on with this. All right, let's see this one. Oh, that's cute as hell. Come on. That's awesome. Let's click into that. Okay. Let's see if this Valentine's Day. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we found him. We found the Dawn theme dropshipper. Huge respect. Just probably pumping digits on the Dawn theme. Okay, no, they've kind of died down. But obviously, this is they've positioned this as a Mother's Day product. You could easily spin this into a Valentine's Day product. Very similar to the one that we just found earlier. So that's another one. I mean, 700K in 10 days. Very, very good there. Let's do one more just because we're finding some really good stuff. If you're like viewer number 20 on this, like before this video gets at least a couple hundred views, like I would definitely jump on these like right now. Let's keep going on. Find one more. Okay. I've seen this popped up a couple different times. Let's just click on this. Okay. What is this? Custom scannable music gift plaque. That's pretty dope. You can put like your song with your, if you have that song. Okay, boom. Look at this custom Valentine's Day Shopify store right here. Probably crushing it. Oh wow, they're doing pretty significant volume with even outside of Valentine's. Now they probably had a really nice spike during Christmas. I bet you we could find this product. The only thing I don't like with this is the very, very low AOV. Like that definitely bothers me a little bit. So I'm actually going to pass on this one because there's no way you can make any money on a $10 individual order there. Let's keep going on with this. Let's find one more. That's why I love PP ads, man. You can literally just scroll this thing and find so many winners. Okay, custom blanket with your car. Oh, this is interesting. That is interesting. So now we have a product that's from women for guys, presumably. Oh, this is dope. This is dope. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Notice how, oh, wow, they had a nice spike there. Notice how they position that perfectly. This is a good example of like, if you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. So they got really specific, and it might seem like super niche, like best gift for car lovers, but I know a lot of dudes that would buy it, like myself included. I'd probably buy this. So this is actually a good example of another product for Valentine's, but now we're targeting essentially women who could potentially buy this product for guys. And yeah, based on the impressions and how little it's been, this is definitely a product that's going to have some huge momentum during Valentine's Day. Alrighty guys, and that is going to do it for this video. As you just saw, let's do a quick recap of everything that we talked about. Number one, we identified that there are certain times of the year where it's better to sell certain products over others because of natural trends in demand for certain things. Number two, we identified that there are key dates throughout the year where buying behavior peaks exponentially, where we can capitalize on that and sell products within that niche that has that demand to make it that much easier to find success in dropshipping. And then lastly, we walked through and found literally like 5 potential products, 2 of which I thought were really good, especially this one here that have a lot of potential that I think any beginner should definitely try selling right now, because we've got Valentine's Day coming up. We're going to have this huge influx in demand. And if you have a really good product and a decent looking website and some decent looking creatives, you can definitely get this to sell because of just how much demand there is. So that is going to do it for this video. Hope you got a ton of value out of this one. Now, I do want to make an announcement that God Tier Ecom is open for enrollment, and this is my private course and community. So if you want to learn exactly how I built my first 7-figure dropshipping business and turned it into a legitimate brand, then check out the first link in the description. We're trying to make a push to win the school game, so the price is actually the lowest it will ever be. And inside of the community, obviously, I show you exactly how I do everything step by step, all the way from picking the product. I even made like a custom dashboard so you can track all your progress, but picking the products, product research, building the store, making the creatives, and then my exact systems for running Facebook ads. And we also have 3 weekly Q&As every single week. On top of that, if you join, you also get access to a free one-on-one coaching call with myself. And there is a 7-day money-back guarantee and like over $1,000 worth of SpyTool accounts. If you want access to all of that, then check out the first link in the description. Otherwise, hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you got a ton of value out of this. Start finding some products, and good luck in Q1. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.